Hello, people. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Darsh Joshi. I'll spell it out because YouTube auto caption gets it wrong. It is spelled as DARSHJOSHI. So yeah, I'm a BTech Computer Science and Engineering graduate, and I'm currently working as a developer in a tech company. And today we'll be learning about lists and its method. Before we start, I request you all to please subscribe to the channel so it gives a little boost to the channel. We have like 27 subscribers so far, and I'm grateful for that. But yeah, we need more than that. Yeah, let's start with this. I'll do this, and here we go. Let's do this. Okay, perfect. Now I can see my slides here, and I can also see my slides here. So I don't miss out on something when I switch the tab. Nothing else? Yeah, let's get started with lists and its methods. First, we'll see what lists basically are and we'll learn about them. So, yeah, lists are basically a data type in which we can store multiple data. A good example for lists is a shopping cart. 1 second. Okay. Okay, my is connected. A good example for this is shopping cart. Shopping cart. So in a shopping cart, what do we have? We have list of like let's say groceries, stationery, let's say others. We can put anything here. So yeah, that's basically how a shopping cart works. We put multiple types of groceries in here. Like it could be anything. It could be multiple type of stationeries here. We could put anything in a shopping cart, and a list works in a similar way. We can put multiple types of data inside. Let's just open VS Code and look through it. We can put multiple type of data inside a shop list in Python, in any language to be precise. So in Python, we establish a list with a square bracket, and we put each element something. This is an element, by the way. You can put separate the elements with commas, and this is our list basically in a very layman term. We'll close this AI part of it because it's not of our use for now, because currently we are just learning about Python and its functionality. So I don't think we need AI to learn about that. We can use AI when we are 100% sure of what we are doing exactly. So yeah, that apart, the official definition according to W3 schools or something is list is a built-in data structure which is used to store a collection of multiple values known as elements within a single variable. So let's see how we can declare a list in Python. So let's call it a shopping cart. Shopping cart is a variable. We have discussed about variables in one of the videos in pretty much depth. So if you watched it, I don't think you need any clarification about variables. A shopping cart can contain, let's say, wheat, grains. It can contain pens. Can contain poster colors. It can contain anything else. I'll put etc here for now. This is a list. It has various elements. Each of this is an element separated by a comma. And this can be anything like, let's say, I'm buying one from a store. Physically not possible, but in a list it works. Uh, for an example, let's say if I use this print, what can you call it, card or something. So let's do this and we get the output as cart because one exists. So we can do something like this to replace this, or we have predefined serial numbers or something to that, something like that, like attendance system or something, in which we would be storing each and every names of the employees. I'll give you an example on the whiteboard if it's also okay. Clear this up. If you're not taking a screenshot yet, you can do that when you rewind the video. So let's take an example of how it would be applicable in an employee system. So let's say we call this list attendance. Right? So in this list, we'll be storing only the employee codes of what employees are present. And let's say employee 0 is present, employee 1 is present, employee 2 is present, employee 3 is present, employee 4 is absent, but employee 5 is present, and the company has only 5 employees for now. So we can put conditional statements or something like this if, not say, let's not take if for now. We'll move this. Not bad. What's happening, I'm not sure, but it's not bad. And I don't know why this is happening, but it's glitching out of it for some reason. Like, not able to delete it as well for some reason. Better. That's better as well. So if we take this and will not use an if statement here, we'll use a for loop for I in attendance. For I in attendance, let's take another list with employee names, which has similar, which has the employee names put in the similar order. You can take any names. It's not necessary to stick to any specific names or something like that. So I've taken some names here. For I in attendance, we can take its the index for I index. We'll be talking about index in a bit. So we'll check the same index in this list and mark the employee as present or absent based on that. Not the obvious thing which we used on an industrial scale, but yeah, it is possible to use that. I'm not saying that it's scalable or it's practical or something, but it's a good example to learn about lists. So yeah, that's the definition. And we have talked about this. Indexing is what we had to discuss. We'll be again moving to the whiteboard for that. We'll select it all. We'll clear this. So what is an index is the question now. So let's say we have a list again. And a list has a few elements. Let's say 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's say I want to access only one of these elements. Let's say I'm accessing one here. So what I'll do is I'll use list and index here. Index for the value of 1 which I'm expecting. And this would basically result in me getting accessing 1 for whatever reason according to the code. So if you observe, each of these should have an address to be indexed, to be referred like this. And that address is what we call index. So indexes basically starts with 0. So this would be 0th index, first index, second, and so on. This would be 6th index. But if I want to access this element from the back and I'm not sure how many elements are there, then I'll be doing a list and -1. This would take me to the last element because 0th index is this one. So behind this would be, you get the point. If I say -2, then I'll be accessing this -3 and 5, -4, 4, something like that. You get the point. So yeah, that's basically how indexing works. And let's check that out in the code as well because we could VS Code before explaining the next part. Anyways, let's take L equals the same list which we took there. And let's say I print out L0. Then we get the first element, oh my god, the first element which is 0. Here we go. But if I say, we put -1, then we should be getting the last element which is 7 in this case. When we get 7, we go for minus, let's say 4. And we should be getting this element. Okay, that's basically how indexing works. It starts with 0 and goes till the length of the list. So yeah, that's the syntax and stuff for list. Let's move on. These are some properties of list, which is the lists are ordered, they are mutable, they are heterogeneous, and they can be duplicated. Ordered, which means that each of the element stays in the same order. Like they do not shuffle their positions if we don't do that ourselves. So ordered means that it runs with an index, as I've written here. Negative indexes are used to address the list in reverse order, which we saw practically just now. Mutable, which means that we can remove or add elements to the list instead of only changing them, which we saw in strings in the last video. Heterogeneous, which means which means that the list can have multiple data types of element in the list itself. Like let's take this list. It has 1, then a name, and it has let's say true, and it also has none. So basically that's the point here. They are heterogeneous. It can contain multiple elements from different data types. List can contain duplicate elements, which means that I can put Rahul in there twice without it throwing out an error. Like this, and it would still be printed out pretty well. Let's run this. We get the output as it is. It can contain duplicate elements, so not a big deal. It's not like sets. Sets can't have duplicate elements within them. Next is some common operations. Adding items. There are 3 types of operations which we can use to add items inside a list. Let's try that out. Let's take this list only. So the first method which we'll be looking at is append method. And the syntax for that is L dot append. And we'll just put whatever we want to append here. Like let's say we append Priya here. And we again print out the L. Then it should give out the entire, it adds basically this element at the end of the list. So basically append function is for that, it adds the element at the end of the list. Next is insert. Well, again, We'll copy paste this. And the syntax for this is a bit different than what we have. We'll have to put the index for that. Let's say 5. And let's try that out. We get Priya again because 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and it entered Priya after the Priya. Like after the fifth element, it inserted Priya. This one is the new. Let's put some other name, like let's put my name in here. Let's see. So yeah, that's how the insert method works. Next method we have is extend. Extend. Let's remove the index from here. Let's see what happens. So basically it cut my name off in several pieces. Each character is an element now, and it added it at the end of it. Let's try that with an index, ninth index, for example. Takes only 1 hour. So yeah, it doesn't work with indexes. It chopped my name into one element each character and added at the end of the list. Let's see that again. Here it is. And I think it works pretty well. For removing items, we have 3 methods, which is remove, pop, and clear. Let's try that out as well. We'll remove, and let's see. It removed my name from here. Here it is my name here, and it got removed here. Yeah, that's how remove works. Let's copy and paste this again. Pop basically what pop does is it removes an element from the end. It would not take an argument. We'll try that again with an argument just to see what error it throws, but let's see. So yeah, it does not have, it popped the H out of it. It was the last element. That's how pop works. Now let's try that with Priya. And let's see what happens. It does not take um, any argument, and it throws this error because yeah, we can put the index here though. The index for Priya would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth index. We will put 5 here and we'll run it. But pop the fifth element, which is Priya. Clear is the next thing which we do. Clear method would basically empty the entire list. Let's see. It cleared the entire list and we have no elements left inside the list anymore. So those are for adding and removing items. Next up we have organizing, which means we can sort the list. We'll have to take another list for that. Let's take numbers for the sake of simplicity. Let's say 7, 8, 5, 6, 2, 4, 1, 9, something like that. And let's do L dot sort and print L. Let's see what it does. It basically sorts the entire list for us. Pretty easy, pretty clear. So, and reverse, it would basically reverse the list of what it should have been. Let's try that out again as well. And we run this code. And the list is reverse from what it was. Now let's sort it first, then we reverse it. There's some music playing around. I can hear it, but my mic doesn't get faster. And it's kind of disturbing, but anyways. So yeah, it sorted the list and it reversed the list into the descending order. That's not the most practical way of sorting the list in descending order, but yeah, that's one of the methods which you can use. Next up, we have len, count, index, copy, min, max, sum, in. Those are the utility functions and operators. Let's keep the list, and we remove these methods from here. So yeah, the first method is len, which means length. If I print dot len here, then it will print out the length, which is um, I don't know, 9 characters something. Okay, my bad. It's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this, and it is 8 characters. The length of the list is 80 elements. We can do this to count the number of elements with, okay, my bad. That is supposed to go like this, just like this, and we run this. And okay, it counts a specific number of elements. Let's say 9, and see what happens. We have 9 one time. Let's put some more 9s in there and see what happens. It counts to 5. That's how count works. Next up, we have index. It also works this way. It would give the first occurrence of the number which you are looking for, and it would print out the index for it. Okay, my bad. The first occurrence is 7th index, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and this 7th index, as I said. Next is copy. Let's see how that works. And I think we should be creating another list here. And like this, takes no more arguments. Yeah, I think it works like this. Equals L dot copy and print M for now. Let's see what happens. We get the list as it is here. So M got copied into Y. Sorry, L dot copied into M. That's how the copy utility operator works. Next we have min and max, which basically help us with finding out the minimum, the smallest element from the list. L dot min and L dot max. Save and run this. Okay, my bad. It's not supposed to go like this. It goes like this and like this. You should get 1 and 9 respectively. Yeah. So yeah, that's min and max for you. For some, we can just take another and do this. It would add all the elements. Let's remove some of these so that it gets a bit simpler. Yeah, that's how the sum works. All right. Next is in operator, which is used when we check if some element is inside the list already. It would give out a true or false value. So let's check that out. 9 in L. That would give out true because we have 9 here. Let's check. Okay. Yeah, that's how it works. We'll remove the 9 for now. And we'll see is out false. So yeah, those are all the operators and stuff we can use in lists. Next slide is about a code challenge, which is pretty interesting for you guys because you'll be doing what I did here as an example, but in a useful thing like that. You have to create a command and interface shopping cart program, which where the user can add items, remove items, view the cart, and clear the cart using the menu-driven interface. Use lists extensively. Yeah, that's the code challenge for you, and we'll be taking that into the next video. I'll be reviewing a few points. So yeah, that's all we had for the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep learning.